Back to our top story, the Office of the Control of Budget is this morning expected to release a report outlining the achievements and challenges experienced during the term of Agnes Odhiambo ahead of our exit end of this month.
And as per the Constitution, the Controller of Budget serves an 8-year non-renewable term. Right now, we are joined by Chimtai Goin, who's been covering this story for us. Chimtai, good morning. It's great to see you. What further details could you share with us, even as Agnes Odhiambo gets ready to exit?
Well, Zinzi, this morning through to later this afternoon, the Office of the Control of Budget will be hosting a luncheon in honor of Agnes Odhiambo, whose term is coming to an end at the end of this month. Remember, she has served an 8-year non-renewable term. And today we are also expecting that there will be the release of a report, sort of a scorecard for her term in office, the 8-year term, looking into the challenges and the successes her office has done over the last 8 years. Remember, her office is established under Article 228 of the Constitution, where she is expected to advise counties and also national government on how they can implement their budgets. And she has done this over the last 8 years. We've seen a lot of advice she's given on issues of how funds can be spent. We've also seen some reports from our office actually flagging national and county governments on some money that they have possibly misused. We've seen some of those reports even outlining the trips that we've seen various, not only just members of the county assembly, but even just the national government, the executive, the judiciary, and even parliament, just how they have spent that money. And we will be waiting just to see maybe some of the issues she will have brought out. Remember, this will be also crucial for whoever will be coming into office later after she exits, to ensure that there is seamless transition. And remember, just looking back at what the Controller of Budget is expected to do as per the law, is that besides approving withdrawals from the Consolidated Fund, there is also withdrawals from the County Revenue Fund, the Equalization Fund, and also is expected to give quarterly reports to both the Senate and the National Assembly, just looking into how public funds have been utilized. And we've seen some of these reports even being brought to Parliament, and they have raised a few issues over how public monies have been used. Just besides the Controller of Budget, of course, whose day it is, we will be waiting to hear from the Speaker of the National Assembly, the Speaker of the Senate, Devolution Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa, Acting Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukuri Atani. Remember, these are individuals who work hand in hand with the Controller of Budget in ensuring that there is seamless transition in the financial sector. And also we will be waiting to possibly hear from them maybe some of these contentious issues regarding the division of revenue bill, because the Controller of Budget's mandate also involves just sort of arbitrating between conflicts between both levels of government, and just looking at those touchy issues, especially on resource sharing. And these are some of the issues that we expect will be brought here. Remember, the mediation committee that was formulated last week is expected to hold its first sitting this morning, and there is still the contention over how much money should be given to counties, whether it is 335 or 316 billion. The President has spoken about it and said to the counties and the Senate, take 316 or leave it. So these are part of some of the contentious issues really we've seen in the financial sector. And just looking back at the issue of the Controller of Budget and even the Auditor General, whose term of office is expected to end concurrently with the Controller of Budget, that is end of this month. We've seen institutions, financial institutions like ISPAC. We've also seen the Institute for Economic Affairs even just calling on President Uhuru Kenyatta to ensure that he's put in place measures to replace these people before they leave office, at least have names of individuals who will take over from them to ensure there is no lacuna once they leave office, because of course there are many other financial issues that need to be addressed at this particular time. Remember, we're just coming into the new financial year. There are still some disputes over certain issues, and we would expect that if there's a lacuna in this office, the Office of the Auditor General and even the Controller of Budget, it could actually dent activities in those particular sectors. So we're waiting to see when the President will make the move and possibly formulate a selection panel and even nominate the individuals that will be taking over these positions, noting the importance of these particular positions, the Office of the Auditor General and that of the Controller of Budget. Both came in office in 2011. The Controller of Budget actually beat other 157 applicants for that position, taking over that post as Controller of Budget and being Kenya's first Controller of Budget. Quite an important role in ensuring that there is no misuse of funds. So Zinzi, later in the morning when the session begins, we will be bringing you the updates of what transpires here care and possibly just getting a copy of that report, the scorecard of the control of budget, so that we can be able to actually just gauge and possibly rate her term in office, what she's been able to do, what she wasn't able to do, and what were the challenges, whether it was financial issues, whether it was political issues. Remember, unlike the Auditor General, who had at one time, there were even attempts to oust him from office after he seemingly stepped on the toes of a few members of the National Assembly, and we saw a few moves being made, but later on politics was sorted out. The control of budget has not really had that much issue as the Auditor General, but we will be waiting to see what the exit report will be about, and possibly even looking out for whether there are moves being made on the other side of the office of the Auditor General, Edward Ouko, whether also there will be a luncheon for him, and maybe possibly just look out for also his report. Remember, his has actually raised a lot of issues in the county governments and even the national government, causing even a fight on whether he was claiming that there was a lot of misuse of public resources. So that is what we will be bringing you live from the Crown Plaza, where that event will be happening until later on this afternoon at 2 o'clock, when the report will be released, and you can be able to give you the detailed information in our subsequent bulletins at 4 o'clock, at 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m. Back to you in studio unless you have any question.
All right. Thank you so much, Chimtai. That's Chimtai going there for us, giving us a very well detailed brief on what to expect today as Agnes Odhiambo, the controller of budget, gets ready to exit office. Remember also Edward Ouko, who's also term has come to an end as well.